Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope everybody's doing fine. I really do. I'm going to try this one more time. I don't know about y'all, but you know how you copy and paste, um, and you take a picture of something on the computer screen? Well, I'm going to go into a lot of things here. I want you to try to stay up, but I was just at a whole video, a good 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes long. Right in the middle, my computer ain't shut off in over 2 weeks without me restarting it. I have had no issues with my computer until I start recording. I start losing the sound. I'll either lose the sound or the sound sounds all cripey. Um, After I check it, it sounds good, and then after I record, it's either the sound and my voice don't line up with the recording, what have you. Okay? I do want you to pay attention to what it says up here, right up here at the top, and how many people. Do you see that? Yeah, you see how many that is. All you gotta do is look. It's there. I put it up there for a reason. The reason why is because there's a lot of stuff going on, like climate change. That's nonstop in the news anymore, right? Well, climate change. Let me finish the other part first. Uh, as far as me trying to do a recording or anything, I've been being messed with by a lot of reasons. Who or what, when, where, why, or how is monitoring, listening, or watching, and they're somehow cutting shit off. Now I'm running two computers, and the live stream didn't go off. But this computer that I'm on right here is a different one, and it shut completely off. Shut completely off. It just shut down. Shut down. Cut off. Which is okay. It's back on now. And recording. And what happened to the recording? Most of the times when you're making a recording, it'll save it, right? Nope. Couldn't open it, couldn't put it in a movie program, I couldn't re-scramble it, unscramble it, or anything. They messed up the code in the video all the way around, so it didn't work. Just letting you know that right up front. Now, let's get back to this right here of 500 million people in humanity. Now, this guy and this guy, bars suit them fabulous. But this guy right here wants 10, less than 10 to 15% humanity. Now, this guy's been saying this for years. Years. He's been saying it. So what are we supposed to do? Sit back and relax and carry on and think nothing in the world's ever going to happen at all, right? From these people that think that they own everything. Now, do they? No, they do not. Are we supposed to care about that? Yes, we are, because they want to own everything. They are pumping everybody up about climate change again, are they not? Yes, they are. Why are they doing that? And why are they doing all the other things that they're doing as well? Well, you all should know by now they are trying to destroy the human lives. Period. Just let's go with that. I can't go into details, and y'all know why I can't go into details. But I will tell you that the reason why climate change itself is a bad thing is not because of the humans that are creating carbon on the planet. It's because that we have multiple plant reasonings why carbon on this planet is being created, because they're cutting all of the what? Green forest. The green forest puts off a lot of oxygen because there's a lot of plants. That's why they call it a green forest. But if you're cutting the green forest down, which they have been doing for several years now, and you're cutting the green forests down, there's more than one, but if you're going to continue to cut them down, like they're doing the big one that's in Africa, which they haven't even discovered all the plants in it yet, but yet they're over there cutting them down and destroying life, as far as the animal life, plus all of the plant life over there, then yeah, we're going to have a carbon problem. Because we're going to build up carbon on the planet because of the oxygen level. Okay? But yet, they want to tell you that it's the carbon that's causing it. Okay? We can go along with the carbon because of the green forest. But we don't have to go along with them because they're telling us that the people itself is causing carbon. The people that is causing the creating the carbon the way that the carbon is them. The big 1% of the population that is creating all of this electrical energy. Since the 1900s, which I've already proven, since the 1900s, electrical energy and frequency has risen. It's went just like this across. Well, let me go from over here. Wait a minute, where's my hand? I'm up here. Start up here. It's come from down here to, I can't, up there. Okay? It's went up. No matter what, it's gone up. Okay? From the 1900s, and it at the last few years now, last 15 or 20 years, it's went like this. It's on the chart, like, whoa, man, it's way up there. Way up on the chart. Okay, now that's causing my poor little puppy. Hers is shaping. It's one of those things to where oxygen levels will change because of the carbon. Got too many different things causing it. Has nothing to do with the man breathing in air, oxygen, and exhaling carbon. Has nothing to do with the man's car, or truck, or manufacture. The reason why that is because one volcano erupting one time puts off more carbon dioxide than every man, woman, child, car, truck, diesel, semi, factory, plant on the planet. Now, we may have a carbon problem on this planet now, but it's not coming from none of that. It's coming from electrical energy that's created somewhat by man and somewhat by the sun. The electrical energy that comes to the planet from the sun, which that's what that is electrical energy, coming to the planet, coming to Earth, is causing more earthquakes and more volcanoes since the 1900s. The electrical energy that man makes is creating another instance of that as well. And man on this planet has started to use frequencies, radio frequencies, transmittable frequencies that can be very harmful to life on the planet. And we're talking about all life forms. Not just one life form, all life forms. Some it may even hurt even worse than others. Like we have artificial, some of you know what they are, they're called love bugs. They were created in a lab. They were to kill off uh, uh, mosquitoes. They're partially come from a mosquito and something else that was to actually eat mosquitoes. Well, come to find out, all they wanted to do was make love, and they call them love bugs. Okay? Well, we're in the season of that right now, and there's still some around. But I do know that I can tell you for when that stuff really started and what it has been in the last few years, they have considerably died off. A lot have considerably died off. Now, does it hurt the mosquitoes as well? I don't know, really. For a fact. But I do know that at this time of year, we generally have tons of them things flying around. And we get them in the spring and we get them in the fall every year. And they come back the next year. Well, some of these bugs and insects, as we know it, have seen on cell phones uh, with ants. And we've seen that the phone was transmitting, receiving a call, which was transmitting data back and forth, and the ants started running around in a circle around the telephone. Now that tells me that man is interfering with life on the planet. Now, with some of these people that are around, like this particular one right here, where he's saying 10 or 15%, he's really into more than 10 or 15% of what he's at to do. He only wants that number that you see up here on the screen right here. Okay? Right there where my finger's pointing. 500 million people. Okay, I think that's what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And the next one is a million, so yep, 500 million people. Okay? So you see what I see. You've seen what I'm showing you. You hear what I'm talking to you about. You also know that this man owns more farmland in our country than any other person on the planet. More farmland. We're not talking about just land, farmland. What does he need farmland for? Does he want to control the food in our country? You think about it. The man needs to be in prison, as far as I'm concerned. And this one right here, they both need to be in prison. And that's a fact. That's just the way I feel. Y'all should feel the same way. You know what's going on. Also know what's going on with this climate crap. Because he's a big talker. Both of them are big talker. Well, I don't know about little Mr., behind the bars there. Yeah, he's got his hands full right now with the other stuff he's talking about. We all know what that is. You know that I can't tell you nothing about it. I tried, but what did they try to keep doing to me? Right? So we're making this a family show tonight, trying to keep it normal. But there's never no telling, because I am talking about what? Frequency. Frequency in no short terms of anything that I'm about to tell you is it good for anyone involved. Frequency can kill you. Frequency can change the molecules in your body. They can burn your molecules in your body. A microwave oven, which only transmits 1500 watts, uh, can cook you from the inside out. No joke. That's what a microwave oven does, is it cooks the food or product, heats it from the inside out. That's right. That's why if you put a raw egg in an oven, microwave, and you start cooking it, it's going to blow up because it's cooking it from the inside. It starts boiling and it builds up pressure and it pops. That's what happens. That's the truth. That's a real thing happening. No joke. It really happens. And you know, that frequency that we're talking about right there is used to transmit everything that you do anymore with your wireless connection in your house. They transmit on 2.4 gigs, which is the same thing your microwave oven transmits. If you don't believe me, go look on the writing, either on the back or inside the door, on the door edge, somewhere on there it'll tell you frequency 2.4. Why is that? Because that's the microwave frequency that they use to cook food. And that's a fact. Been using that frequency for years. Now, why they started using that frequency to transmit um, on is beyond me, even though they say it gives you more database that can be transmitted. Well, you know, in the manner of speaking and the way they're doing the technology, yes, they're probably correct. But if they was to change that direction another way and transmit it a different way through a lower, different bandwidth, they might be able to get more distance with less cell towers and still have the same data if they just learned how to use it in a different manner. But they're not going to do that. They're going to do it their easy way and cause more issues. Um, Virtual reality has become a real strange phenomenon. Uh, I don't know how far they can go with virtual reality, but me and my buddy Dutch was talking about that and what they could possibly do with virtual reality with uh, computers and virtual reality and different things. Well, come to find out, um, they got virtual reality computers already, and they are how they're designing them and what they're doing with them is one thing, but what they could possibly do with one in a long-term range is another. Um, I know they can do it because my daughter had to do this just recently because she's been studying uh, programming and technology and ways of doing that stuff for a living. And that's where she told me about a virtual computer, and I said, "What are you talking about? This is something that me and a friend of mine, which y'all know who that is Dutch. We've been talking about that for years. About we could probably do something like that, but why would we want to do that? Because they might use it against us and change things that they shouldn't do with a virtual computer. In other words, when you're talking about virtual, meaning you can change things in this virtual life that may create things that's unnatural to man. You understand what I'm saying? Point being is this: they got it already, and they're doing things like this guy are doing things that are beyond human life activities. Uh, Nanobots are now a real thing to a point where people were talking about them in the past and was pretty much bullshit at that point, or was described as bullshit, which it was already around, which I've always told all of you from the very beginning, the time I've been on here, that our government and the people that got plenty of money are 50 years in advance in technology. And that's a fact. They've always been that way, and it ain't never going to change. They're going to stay ahead of us at all times. Because when something good comes out that is absolutely one of the best things ever come across the pipe, it's years before we find out about it. I'll give you an instance in reality that is true. When George Bush was president and he attacked Iran, y'all seen an airplane that we have had in our possession for over 20 years, and it was the black stealth bomber or stealth fighter. You know, little black one and all the little angles on it. They've had that since World War II, pretty much. Especially once they got it really developed. Okay? Which might have took a few more years after that to get it really developed. But they've had technology like that for that long a time. Because the Germans had one, and if they had got it developed just a little bit sooner, they would have probably ended up winning the war. But we got the technology, and we got it. And we've been using that technology for a long time. Now, they got new technology since then. It's even better. So they decommissioned that plane. Once we found out about it, they decommissioned it. It went through the war, and then they decommissioned it. Now, they got new ones besides that one that are a whole lot more advanced than those. They got some that we wouldn't even recognize to be a plane. Now, us talking about all of these things, and we talking about these things that are coming from, Area 51, that's not on the charts of being any military facility, which you try to go on that plane and see what happens to you. You'll get shot by none other than the military. And that's a fact. So, we already know that facility's there, right? We know they only want 500 million people in the world. There's all kind of rumors about UFOs. There's all kind of rumors to know that this has all happened in the past. Some of them to the fact that we know that those are real accusations and they really happened, right? Well, what are we doing now, folks? What are we doing now? We got climate change. That's a made-up hoax. It always has been. The ice on the North Pole melt every year. But what's underneath the water does not melt. And what's in the water already is not going to flood the world if it does melt. Do you understand? It's not enough water or enough ice. If it was enough ice on land and it all melted, then we might have a small issue in some areas to get a little deeper in water. But there's not that much land that is melting that's got ice on it. Okay? So it's like taking a cup and filling it up with ice, where the ice is actually coming out of the cup. But you fill that cup all the way up to the top with water. When all of that ice melts, it's not going to run over. Why? Now, if you pack it to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, and you stack it up out of the top of the cup about that high, then it will run over. But that's because the ice is so full and all the way to the bottom. Okay? But if it's floating, if you got that much floating, just that much, that water won't run over. Won't run over. Why? Because the ice is lighter than the water. It is full of air. So when it does melt, it will not flood. But now if it's on land and it's stacked up this high, then you're gonna get a flood. That's why we get mudslides up north in the mountains. You get mudslides and stuff like that. It's because the ice is melting and it's coming down the mountain hard. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Okay? So, common sense tells you a lot of these things that they're lying to us about. And they trying to give us their common sense. Well, I don't know where they got their rules from or where they get where Gore's getting his common sense from, but that guy's a moron. Straight up. He don't have no comprehension of anything about science. Not even one little bit. He's not a scientist, he's a damn lawyer. He's just buffaloing y'all into believing all that stuff so he can make money off of your water that he's already getting money off of you. They all invested in water. They all did. The Bushes did, Gore did, Clinton did. All of them has got money invested in clean, natural water and bought up a lot of land that's got a lot of natural, clean water on it. Okay? All of them. Including this other moron here and probably this moron. Okay? That's just common sense. They've been doing this shit for years. But us poor son of a bitches that put up these things and made all these things happen across the world, what are we getting? We ain't getting nothing but the lightning bolt struck right up our ass. Are we not? Yeah, that's what we're getting. We're getting a lightning bolt bombed right up our ass. And who cares? Right? Getting the lightning just shoved straight up our ass. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. Not even a little bit am I joking about that. They shoving it to you right now so hard that you'll never know the difference. That's a fact. Like all of this crap that you're seeing right here. You see all this, right? You see the UFO? I mean the alien up there with the Martian ship? Yeah. You see what it says? I'm not joking. This is cartoon, man. Cartoon life. Really cartoon life. It is. I mean, it's no joke. No joke whatsoever. Our lives is this. If you're one of these right here, you got a big life ahead of you. If that ain't you, I feel sorry for you. I really do. I do feel sorry for you. Because there ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And that's a fact. But it is what it is, and we are where we are. Now, this guy right here is wanting 10 to 15% less popular people on the planet. Do you understand? All of those globalist people want that. There's a lot of them that only want this amount right here at the planet. Because they know that they are destroying the resources on our planet. They are doing it, not us. They are. They are destroying our planet with different things so they can control the people that's on the planet. And they want to control you because you're getting out of hand. You're getting out of hand, folks. Y'all know that, right? We're out of hand. There's too many of us for them to control now. And they want us all in certain areas. Have you noticed how the cities are getting bigger and bigger and more populated and more populated? And it's harder and harder to go across town to go to work because it's so populated? You haven't noticed that? And they keep building these homeowners associations where you have to pay taxes, but that wasn't enough taxes, so you got to pay more taxes to the homeowners association as well to keep it a gated community. Really? But if you don't pay them some bitches, guess what they gonna do? They gonna take your house away from you. Uh, that's a fact. And then sell it to somebody else, and then call you to have bad credit for 7 to 8 years. No shit. That's a fact. You know how I know? Ask me how I know. Because that happened to me. That's how I know. And it's unconstitutional. But they did it anyway. They don't care about the Constitution. These people don't care. They don't understand what they're doing to themselves. None of y'all do. Every one of you that calls this a great fucking democracy, you need to read your history books. Way, a whole lot more. Because this ain't no great democracy. It never has been. Never, ever has been a great democracy. It's a great republic. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're a republic, people. Anytime you hear anybody tell you that this is our great democracy, you tell them son of a bitches straight up, right then and there, we're a republic. If you don't know that we're a republic, you don't need to be in this country. Because that's a fact. You just don't need to be here. The people that come from a foreign country that comes into this country know that better than you do. Most people that were born in the United States, most of the foreign people that come to this country that I have ever talked to, and I know a bunch of them, they know the Constitution better than the people that are born here. They have to study it to get their citizenship. They know it better than the American people. And that's a damn shame. Because they don't teach it to you in school no more. And they don't teach it to you correct in schools no more. Because every kid now thinks that we're a democracy instead of a republic. The mainstream media repeats it and confuses the people that live in this country, because once you repeat a lie enough times and long enough, it becomes true. So them dumbasses have been telling you that they're a democracy, and me telling you that that it's a republic is getting less and less by more and more people. And that's a fact. They don't want you to know that this is a republic. They want you to think that this is a democracy. Why? Because they are the mob. You understand? They are the mob. They got this little circle, which George Carlin always says, they have a club, and you're not in it. He was right. 100% right. They do have a club, and it's called the Democracy Club, and you are not in it. Even though you want to repeat that this is a democracy because that's what you hear all the time, you're really a republic. But yet you're hearing democracy every day, each day of every day. For every newscast and television host shows that are coming on with them damn morons that they have on there. There's some of them guys, man, that I would, man. There's some of those guys that if I was ever close to them in public and they said something stupid and I heard them, I would probably hit them so hard that I'd break my damn fist. And that's no joke. I really probably would. I would hurt them because they're that unconstitutional with our country and don't care about their country like they should. There's more people that come from other countries that know their constitution that moved here to become a citizen, come to be an American citizen, which they shouldn't be citizens, but they come here to be. That's why they come here to be, because again they've been confused as well. Because there is no such thing as a sovereign citizen, as a sovereign person, but not a sovereign citizen, which that's been confused as well. But they come here to be free people, meaning that they want to have sovereign rights. Okay, can't have that and being a citizen. You give up your sovereign when you become a citizen. There's a lot to that that we don't have time for in this little scenario. These people don't want you to know none of that. They don't want you to be free. They want you to make flea bargains in court when you do something wrong. They want you to plea out, though you could probably win the case, but they want to plea you out, so it makes it easier on them, and they make you guilty and have to pay. Because if you don't plea out and they try you and they don't win, somebody has to pay for all that. Do you understand? They have to pay those people that are in those courtrooms. But now if they take a plea, that's like if you ever got called in for court duty and they tell you to call in to see if it's going to be okay. Well, generally when you call in and the court, the case has been canceled, that's because somebody took a plea. It's getting more and more like that all the time. Yeah. And the reason why is because if they catch you dead to right and you were doing something wrong, what's a plea gonna do? They gonna still give you as much of the sentence as they could possibly can. They might only give you one thing because generally anymore when they pull you over for something, they charge you with multitudes of things, no matter what, right? So they can hold you on something, so they can make some more of that money. That's all it is money, and that's all it's ever been is money. They're showing you that in right now, these days, they're showing you that straight up, no ifs, no ands, no buts. They're showing you that. Y'all know that. You know that that's what they're showing you. They ain't trying to be your friend. They trying to destroy your life. They trying to destroy what you know to be life. And they doing a damn good job of doing it. I'm sorry, guys. I cough and I yawn a lot these days. Getting old. Point being, out of all of this that we've talked about, what you've seen with this photo that's behind my head, the top of my head, you see that 500 million. That's what this guy wants. And there's a bunch of other fellas that want that too. Don't just think it's just him that I'm saying it. But I will say that because him and this guy are working in cahoots to destroy your way of life, and the technology that this guy's into with nanny particles, nanny particles. Yeah, you know what I mean. They might get here with frequency and nannies. Yeah, And all of this right here for freedom for all these years, just gonna go where? Lightning's gonna strike. It's gonna all be gone. Y'all know that. You know where you're at. You know what's happening. No one has to tell you anymore. You just gotta wake up to the point that you are a republic and not a democracy. And when they tell you that, you go to them, you find them, you see them, and you tell them to their face that we are a republic, not a democracy. And that's a fact. And quit letting them dictate to you that you're a democracy. You know, I've had conversations after conversations with people telling me about we are a democracy. Bullshit. No, we're not. We never have been. Never will be. They use the word democracy for one reason. Because they are the mob. Because democracy means mob rule. They are the mob. Listen to me. They are the mob. And what are we? What are we? We're just the puppets. The played pets. That's all we are. That's all we will be. People like this, when they walk into the room and you might be there, they want you to bow down and kiss their ass. And that's a fact. That's a fact. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Straight up facts. And it ain't gonna get no better or no worse at any time or any given time of any day. It's just the way it is. Y'all know that as well as I do. And I've been trying my hardest to tell all of y'all all of these things to get y'all to know them. Because it's exactly what they doing to all of us every day and what they're going to continue to do to us every day. They don't want you to know no better. They don't want you to be no better. They just want you to do what they tell you to do. And that's a fact. Y'all know it as well as I do. See? What does it say? What does it say? You see what it says, don't you? Of course you do. Of course you see what it says. It's on there. Ain't no ifs, no ands, no buts about none of that. It's there. Y'all know it's there. Can't get no better, no worse. When it's already there, it's already there, right? So what do we do in life? We keep going and let them dictate to us what's right in our world, what's wrong. Is that what we do? We let the mainstream media keep lying to us and telling us that they're right and we're wrong. We're a democracy and we're not a republic. No. We've always been a republic since 1776. That's a fact. Y'all know it to be a fact. And that's the way it is. Straight up. Now, what is this picture? See, that right there is Obama. Wow. Really? That's Obama too. You can't see this one and this one. That right there is a little Gaty boy. And that's Gaty boy there too. In a picture with the Obamas. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who's this guy right here? Oh, wait a minute. That's Michelle. I'll be damned. Look at that, will you? Man, oh man. That's just crazy right there now, ain't it? I mean, that's just plain. I mean, it's just straight up crazy, ain't it? I can't believe that that's what that is. But it is what it is because we see what it is, don't we? But I don't know, folks. Are we going to live this life and let people like that destroy our lives? I'm just asking. Are we? I hope not. Hell, I hope not. Don't y'all? I hope we can go on with life and save it in an aspect of making life great just one more time. Maybe. But I don't know. Life's been going on pretty good for all of us folks for a long time. And it's pretty bad, folks. What's going on right now is I know I'm rambling, and I know some of y'all hate that, but it's kind of hard to stay on track of what you're trying to talk about, without getting into trouble where you lose your channel. So you have to stop and regroup sometimes. And I'm doing the best I can with what I got with right now. I want you to just look at that shit. It is not gonna put. Are you kidding? While I was doing that, I was trying to make the picture smaller so you could see it. Because the first one was big, and then I made it smaller, a lot smaller. And do you see it? Do you barely seeing it change? Look, see it move just a little bit. Watch it. It's gonna move just a tiny little bit. You see it? It just moved just a little bit. Little. I mean a little. And I changed it a lot. Why did I only change a little? You know why. You know why. Oh, yes, you do. Let's see. Let's see if I can fix that. Nope. Didn't think so. I tried. Oh, boy, guys. Hey, I'm not joking. When I told you that I made a video that was 35, 40 minutes long to begin with, I wasn't joking. I started at 3 o'clock. I made about a 30-minute video and the lights went out on the computer. Just this one computer. Now, it's back up. You see it says arrest Fauci. And it means that for this one over here, too. But you see what he writes here. See that? He actually said that live in a video in 2017. That's no shit. He really said it. Now, I ain't repeated. I'm just telling you what he said for a fact. Jack, go to TED and look it up. You don't believe me? Go look it up. He's on there saying 2017. All day long. All we got is this, folks. All we have is our world. That's all we got. We got anything else? All we got is our world. That's all we got. We got nothing else. If we keep on, we're not even going to have that. The people are going to destroy it. Burn you to the ground. Flood you out. It's all up to you, folks. It's all up to us that want to be free. And I'm going to say this one more time. I've said it many times before, but I'm going to say it again. We, the people of the world, have the biggest, straightest opportunity in the whole world to change our whole world right now to the right thing and become a republic, a democratic republic, a democratic constitutional republic right now, and stop all of these sons of bitches of playing any more games ever across the world. But do remember this: if the United States falls under this tyranny that is going on right now, the whole world will become the greatest embarrassment that our world has ever known since the Romans. Because, see, the Romans had a great republic at one time, like us. And they ruled for a long time. And they fell. And something happened to the Great Reset. Because I do believe that in their technology at their time was as good as our technology at this time. So you think about it and you live with it and think about all the things that has happened over the centuries of years, like dinosaurs, our climate, the things that has happened throughout history and the things that we've repeated multiple hundreds of times. You think about it. Where are we at? And where are we headed right now once again? We're headed to a great reset. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about a great reset where we go back into La La Land for a while. Meaning that the people forget who they are. Do you understand what I mean? In other words, I've said not the walking dead, but the walking zombie. Yeah, that's what I think's coming. The Great Reset's not going to come from money. It's going to come from people forgetting who the hell they are and what they are, and forget they're civilized and become savages. In other words, a reverse in technology. Dumb us down to real low levels to where there's only certain people that have knowledge, like it's always been, and the rest don't. So I've said enough in this video. We've talked about a multitudes of different things, and I've tried my best to stay as clean as possible so I don't lose my channel with this one. So with that, from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it, abolish corporate greed. Y'all know what corporate greed is now, or you should. Much love to all of you. Thank you for coming and watching. I hope you stay watching. I hope you keep coming and keep subscribing to my YouTube channel and to my Twitch channel. I have not been running a live stream because I want to be able to maintain and control the atmosphere of what's going on, and I can't do that on two different bands at the same time. So I can't play one live stream and work everything at the same, and it's too hard to run two live streams from one location. So I can't do that either. So for right now, we're just running the one live stream, and if I do run a live stream on YouTube, it'll have to be just YouTube being running at the time, and I'll have to come back another way. So with that, once again, from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it, abolish corporate greed for your freedoms. If we don't eliminate these people, we will become The walking dead. Not dead. A wrong word. The walking zombie. Where you won't have the sense to pull piss out of 2 boots. And that's no joke. Much love. Y'all have a wonderful day now, you hear? Please come back again.